if you spend hours editing visuals, but your video still feels flat, it might be because the sound design is an afterthought. That's a mistake. Audio is half the experience. So in this video, I'll walk you through the sound design process. I'll keep it really simple, but we'll go over how to polish and review your audio so it actually feels professional. And then finally, how to export your project so the final video looks and sounds like something you're proud to share. So now let's jump back into the edit page. Let's just shrink that a little bit. And we're able to see our entire video now. Now we want to add in some sound design. This is a bonus tip here. So there's a bunch of websites where you can get free sound design, but sound design is basically sounds that you would expect to hear as you see certain things pass the screen. So for example, if you see those birds flying by, you may normally expect to hear the sounds of birds. Or if you see the waves crashing on the shore, then you would expect to hear them as well. So sound design really adds some life to the video. It makes it more immersive as well. So let's go and do that. So first, we'll mute the audio track and just take a look at our video one more time. So as we go through this first shot, what in this shot can we hear or would make sounds? So you can see here, there's some birds flying. There's also a boat here, but that boat's not moving. Here again, there's a boat, but it's not moving, and it's a sailboat. Here we have some birds flying. Nothing really in this one, and no movement in this one. Okay, so let's jump back to about here. The first thing that we can add is some wind. So it's nothing too crazy, but just a slight wind track. This one is very long, but this is just going to add some like texture to our video. So that wind may be a little too strong, especially for some of these shots where nothing is clearly blowing. So we're going to save the wind for these higher shots when the drone is higher up in the air. And then when it comes down to this level where we can't clearly see anything blowing in the wind, then we'll cut it. So let's cut the wind here. Now, this track, just so that we can keep tabs on this, we'll call this track wind. Now, if you click on the track itself, and then we come up to audio, let's lower that volume so it's not nearly as obnoxious as it is now. All right. So let's note that we have a fade out here. So let's do something similar with our wind on this side. Let's drag it so it fades out with the clip. And whenever you're starting a sound effect, a very simple thing to do that adds a lot of quality is to fade the sound effect in and out. Because when a sound starts like rapidly, it almost makes like a click sound or a pop sound. So let's do that with these. Let's move on to the next thing. We saw birds a few times. So first time we see them, they're here. You see a few birds here. So let's grab our seagull sound and drop that in. Now these are all very long tracks. So let's lower that down. And now it's also kind of good to think about how far away is the sound. Because if something is very close, it's naturally going to be louder than something that's far away. So if you look at this video, you see the seagulls are way down here, right? The drone's pretty high up at this point. So we're going to put the seagull sound, but lower the volume significantly. So it's very subtle, but it's in the background. With all of this stuff, less is more. Whether it's color grading or sound design, less is more. That's a good principle to keep in mind. Now, let's pull up our waves and we throw the waves onto the timeline. There it is. That's not bad. That's not bad. And the thing to keep in mind too is these sounds, if you're getting them from a free source or you're doing them yourself, they haven't been EQ'd or, what do you call that? When the sound, the levels have been set. So you can't really just say, oh, I'm going to have waves, so that's -13 and set it to -13 as your volume. Okay, so now we have some of our sound effects in. Let's see it all in context. I know we don't have any for this, but to be fair, there's nothing too crazy happening in these shots. Maybe we'll bring some of the wind back very lightly just to keep some texture. That's nice. That's nice. Another trick that you can do is not cut the sound immediately as a clip ends. So that's called J and L cuts, where the audio either comes in before you see the clip or the audio stays a little while after you see the clip. So with the seagulls, we can drag them just a smidge longer and to come in just a smidge earlier and stay a little bit longer. It's also helpful to color these tracks differently. So maybe for the wind, I'll if I right click, I can go to change track color, and wind feels like it's let's say it's tan. So now whenever I see this color, I know I'm dealing with my wind. I'll change this one as well to tan. So these are all, oh, this is beige. These are all my wind tracks. Seagulls, let's see, we can change them to orange, for instance. And my waves, I can change those to blue or navy or even teal, though that water was kind of teal. Yeah, that's nice. So now when I look at my whole track, I can see, okay, this is clearly my wind, this is my seagulls, and these are my waves. Let's also do the same with the waves. Let's drag them a little bit before, fade them out a little bit as well. We'll do the long fade at the end for this one. And then the same thing over here, drag it out, fade it. Let's give this one more listen. Nice. And now let's turn off the mute on our track for our song, our super cool song. And let's see what that sounds like. So this song might be just a smidge too loud because we're struggling to hear our sound effects. So let's lower the song just a smidge and let's see what that sounds like. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Here's the last thing before you're done with your first drone video. We're going to jump all the way to the rocket ship. First, we're going to go to YouTube, click the down arrow, go to 2160p. That's just this second part of the 4K resolution. So 4K is 3840 by 2160. So 2160p. We're going to choose our file name. We'll choose a location as well. And we'll leave everything else. Go right to the bottom and click add to render queue. Now, if you pop up over here, you'll see a new job 1, my first drone video, timeline 1. And it'll give you the location of where your video is going to be saved. Then you click render all. Takes about 4 seconds based on the length of this video. And once it's done, it'll say completed in 8 seconds. So now we can jump to the folder where we saved it. And then we can open the video. And here's our first drone video. And just like that, you've built your very first drone video from scratch. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every edit you make builds confidence and builds your creative eye. If you want the full step-by-step process from the beginning to the end, where I kind of go over my thought process in more detail, then check out the longer version of this video. The link is in the description.